All right, what's up, FFA? I am glad to be back here with you guys in the United States after we traveled back from Cancun yesterday. Big shout out to everybody who earned the Cancun incentive trip. I love getting to spend some time with you guys, and I know you guys all enjoyed that resort. Resort was absolutely beautiful. I really thought about playing some videos for you guys about what went down in Cancun, but I figured I better not do that and embarrass nobody on today's call. But I got some funny videos for you guys, so maybe we will share them eventually. I don't know if you guys want to hear about the funniest video I think of the whole trip, but if you do, just go to WhatsApp and tag Aaron. Everybody just go to WhatsApp and post the name Aaron Lunsford, and maybe she might share the video with you guys. I don't know, but it was a phenomenal trip. Really got excited to spend some time with you guys there, but I could not be more excited to be back at work and to get things kicked off this week with you guys. Shout out to everybody that held the fort down last week. Appreciate all of you guys for helping in the agency chat with questions, with call to closes, and just for stepping up to the plate and helping us out. Super grateful for you guys for doing that. But without further ado, let's jump in and give this agent a big shout out for going huge last week, taking home agent of the week last week, none other than the Bomb Squad's fearless leader, Taylor Maness. She went over $10,000 on the week last week for herself. So let's give Taylor a big shout out in the agency chat for going big. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I didn't even check with you guys, but hopefully you can hear me in WhatsApp. All right, you guys got me. Good. The live feed is working today. All right, awesome. So Taylor, super proud of you. One of the biggest weeks, right? Just over 10K, guys. Hitting that in a week is such a huge milestone. So big shout out to her for going big. Check it out. We didn't have everybody's numbers from last week. So leaders, coaches, go to your team number sheet and update those things. And I will give your agents another big shout out here as we continue on through the day. But we're going to talk about the blueprint for success. All right. Faith-driven blueprint. I really was trying to think about how should we kick off this week's call, right? Could we talk about objections? Could we talk about the presentation? Could we talk about all that other stuff? But check it out. None of that stuff really matters unless you have a good foundation for your agency first, as you guys are running and banding together to build up your business as a business owner. And I wanted to share with you guys really the three truths that I try to follow that I know has led to prosperity and success as an agency owner. And so these are just the faith-driven principles that if you hone in on them, if you really dial them in, your agency will thrive. All right. And so before you jump into learning how to present, learning how to do the door approach, the phone approach, the telesales script, what leads to buy, right? How many people to say, all of those like basic things, right? That lead to success. Before you jump into all of those, these three principles are really the foundation that's going to hold your agency up. All right. And keep it consistent, keep it thriving, right? Throughout your entire career as an agent. So the number one foundational principle is stewardship over ownership. All right. The verse for this one says, the earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it. Psalm 24:1. Check it out. Sometimes as agency owners, we get the kind of the false narrative, right? That everything we're building, everything we're doing is ours. And ultimately it's not, right? I'll tell you what, business has never thrived more for us than when I let go of the control of it and realize that I'm just a steward of the movement that he's working on right here at FFA to give back to him. I'm just a steward of that. I don't own it, right? And you're a steward of your agency. You're a steward of your clients that he has given you the opportunity to help, to interact with, right? So that's the number one, guys. The truth behind that is, as a business owner, you're not just an owner, right? You're a steward. You're entrusted with this thing to take care of it, All right. And so every day that you wake up, you have to go out there with that mentality of you're not just controlling everything, right? You're doing his work. He's giving you the opportunities, he's giving you the commissions, the deposits, the clients, the new agents joining your team, the opportunities that are presenting themselves, and you're just the steward of it. All right. That's the number one. All right. Let's jump into the number two. All right. Now, this principle found in Matthew 20, verse 26, I believe is the number one principle that will allow you to have a prosperous career as an agent. All right. And the verse goes, whoever would be great among you must be your servant, right? You guys have heard it, right? The first will be the last and all of that. But the principle that I took away from this is that as an agent, when you go out there humbly trying to serve people and not just trying to sell people, you will find opportunities and you will gain clients. But when you go out there and you're more worried about your bank account, your bills that are due, you're more worried about trying to be the number one agent on the production report, and you're less focused on the actual client that you're sitting with, you're going to struggle. You won't close deals, right? You'll get to the end of that application and they'll be like, I want to go talk to my kids about it. I don't give my bank account out to anybody, right? You're going to get hit with all these objections and you might not understand why. It's because you're selling and you're not serving. All right. And this is one of the hardest principles, right, that I had to learn. I had a week in my career. I was probably like 6 or 7 months into this industry as a field agent, just knocking on doors, right? Sitting down, talking to people. And I remember I went Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I went 0 for 13. I did 13 presentations in 3 days, and I didn't close a single one of them. And I had to really sit back and think and reflect as to why was I not doing good, right? And it all came back to this principle. See, I was selling those people. I wasn't serving them. I was sitting down, getting to business, trying to get a sale, couldn't get it, moving on to the next one. I wasn't really connected with the people that I was meant to interact with that day. And once I fixed that, I ended up having a good second half of that week. But guys, this is a principle that you have to wear on your sleeve every single day, whether you're talking to clients, whether you're talking to your team, coaches, managers, leaders, right? You have to wear this hat, okay? Because how can you serve people? And when you go out there in the world and you're actually trying to help somebody that needs your help, it will be uncovered to you, right? Like you're gonna get the sale, you're gonna make the money, you're gonna get the commissions. The top agents in this company are agents that when they're sitting down talking to their clients or to their team, they're not thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about their deposits for the month, right? They're only thinking about this person that they're interacting with, the story. How can they help them? How can they put them in a better spot? And if they can't, shake their hand and walk away, right? And find the person that you can. All right. So the truth behind this principle going into this week is leadership isn't just about power, right? It's about serving your community, your clients, your agents, right? How can you help other people? And in turn, okay, if you're reflecting Christ's example of humility, how he came to serve, if you follow that, right, the success, the growth, all of that will follow with it, right? But if you put yourself first, you're inherently going to struggle as a sales agent. And I can tell you that from past experience and past mistakes, all right, that I have made. So this principle, guys, I promise you, it's more important than your presentation. It's more important than your door approach, your phone approach. It's more important than any other thing, all right, in this business is, are you actually going out there every day thinking and caring about the clients that you're serving? And if you are, the success will follow. I promise you. I know it's hard to put that first, right? Because you're thinking about all the goals you have for yourself and everything like that. But I promise you, if you go to WhatsApp and you ask Taylor Manus how she was able to hit $10,000 last week, she's going to talk to you about how she was able to help the people she was sitting with, right? And that's what led to that success. So serve others first and foremost. All right. And then the last one, guys, the last blueprint for you on today's call before we wrap it up and we go attack this week is to trust God with the outcome, right? This is so important. And it's something that I think we forget to do, all right, when we try to take control of things. But it says, Proverbs 16:3 says, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. You see, you don't see what God sees. You don't see your life 5 years from now. You can guess, you can plan for it, but he actually knows what's going to happen. Check it out. For all of you that are out there getting ready to get on the phones and start dialing, or for all of you that are in your car hustling out to your first lead's house this morning, right? He already knows what's on the other side of that phone. He already knows what's on the other side of the first door you're going to be knocking on. So the truth behind this is you can plan, you can strategize, you can hustle, but ultimately the results you're going to get are in his hands. And if you're working diligently with the right attitude, the peace and the success will come. All right, with that. So if you find joy in him, if you find your success in your relationship with him, if you find that you're going to get out there, right, and give it your all, but ultimately you're trusting him with your bank account, with your deposits for the month, with your production as we're almost wrapping up the month of July, he will create the plans for you, right? He'll direct the steps. So just some simple principles, guys, as we jump into this week. Those three things are really what's going to make you feel fulfilled as an agent, as a coach, as a leader, and when you guys run to build your agency here at FFA. So that's all I got for you guys on today's call. We're going to kick off the call here and go jumpstart this week. It's July 28th. If you're running for a promotion this month, all right, this is the last week of July, last few days to lock in some production. Make sure you're focused on writing a carrier that's going to count your production right away, get that thing approved, all right, and lock in some last minute AP as we run to set another record here in the month of July. Appreciate you guys for jumping on here. That's all I got for you guys. Let's go have a big week, and we will be back here on Wednesday.